Okay, hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting day 6 of the quarterfinals predictions, betting tips, ACCA, order of play and TV time. The World Match Play Darts, day 2025, day 6, quarterfinal predictions, betting tips, ACCA, order of play and TV time. The quarterfinals of the Betfred World Match Play begin at the Winter Gardens on Thursday. So check out Chris Hammer's Match My Match predictions, best bets, and suggest ACCA. Now we're moving on to the quarterfinals after what has been high drama. Luke Littler was 7-2 down and produced a brilliant comeback to deny Jermaine Wattimena 13-11. We saw Josh Rock did the same, 5-1 down and 9-6 down, demolished to stun Michael van Gerwen by the same scoreline. Gerwin Price was irresistible, blowing away Chris Dobie, and Andrew Gilding was solid against Van Dijvenbode. So four quarterfinals altogether, including the first up, Gian Van Veen takes on James Wade. Gian Van Veen is quickly building a reputation for being one of the sport's brightest raw models, thanks to his superb performances on the hockey and the way he handles himself off it. The Dutchman underlined his rich of potential by holding his nerve to take out defending champion Luke Humphries on the opening night, and then after spending a day off inspiring some local school children for the PDC's Bullseye mass scheme, he returned to the Winter Gardens to demolish Danny Noppert. So Gian Van Veen was in local schools today and was staggered by how many kids in the UK love darts compared to the Netherlands. Gian is turning into a top model for the sport on and off the hockey. Were the kids annoyed that you knocked out? Probably. Let's hear what he said in the interview.
Not really, to be honest. They were just happy to see me over there, and obviously, you know what the weirdest thing is compared to the Netherlands and here, when one of the guys asked before the session, like 25 kids, how many of you have played darts before or watched darts, and especially played? Like 24 or 25 of them raised their hand. And I think back in the Netherlands, where you asked 25 kids of 9 or 10 years old, I think luckily you're lucky if one of them raised their hand. So I think the sport here in the UK is in really good hands, and I've really enjoyed the couple of hours yesterday playing with those kids, and I think there's going to be a future talk I'll hold with all those kids here in the UK.
Did you feel like this was maybe inspiration
I hope so. I think that's why we're doing it. You know, I started playing darts when I was about 9 or 10 years old, about their age. So I hope that me, but also the other PDC players who are involved with the Bullseye match, and just hopefully inspire those kids about how fun playing darts is, and how it can be helpful to your school career as well, because maths is darts really helps their maths. It has done for me in the past, so hopefully we can inspire those kids, and hopefully there's going to be another few good players in the future.
How was life as a professional darts player? It's all still quite new to you.
Yeah, my life has changed massively. As you said, when I first got my tour guide, I was still at education. I finished it all, got my degree. I started working for 24 hours a week, which I quit after half a year, like 6 months, because they were so busy with playing all the tournaments. The past 1.5 years, I've been playing every major, every pro tour, every Euro tour. It's been really hectic. But life's good, you know. I recently bought a house with my girlfriend together, so I can't complain.
Right, very kind words from GM. But before we get into the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and thumbs up and smash the like button. Go on, it's free to do. It takes 2 seconds. But his tournament average may only be in the mid-90s, but I can sense he's pacing himself well and will work his way through extra gears when it needs to in a longer format, which suits his game, despite not having a great deal of experience at at it. But James Wade, it's obviously extremely similar with the long format. Business, end of the major events. So I'm sure some fans will be slightly surprised to see him priced up as an outsider, especially given his average this week is highly impressive, 103.38. The machine put both Joe Cullen and Wessel Nyman to the sword with a pair of clinical performances, but without taking too much away from him. Neither opponent played anywhere near at their best, but I picked Van Veen out from the start as an each way shout, but I'm not considering deserting him now. But not only do I fancy him to advance to the semi-finals, but his superior 180 per leg rate should also help him fire in most maximums. At least for Wade, he'll have earned enough for his happy bus fare home. But I'm going for Gian Van Veen to beat James Wade 16-13. And James Wade said he doesn't have to get on an easy jet, but he doesn't have to get on a happy bus. But this is what happens when you talk about James Wade. Scotty Schiefer, and it doesn't go to plan.
So I'm not talking it down, but there's more important things outside of this. You know, I want to go and eat fish and chips with my wife after this.
Fish and chips, you were wife.
I'm 42 years old.
He is 42 years old, James.
Then like
You are James
with this
Wade.
game.
You are rolling back the years.
I just know I'm lucky.
You're doing it
enough
for
to
25
earn
years.
A lot of money out of it for my children, and I will be going for fish and chips after this interview.
Do you think he'll leave out Scotty Sheffield's book? As he said,
Who?
no, Scotty Sheffield said that the Open.
Well, despite sorry about the head-to-head records, they played 10 times recently, and James Wade had a good record of 7-3 to James Wade. But I think Van Veen will win 16-13. Right, let's move on to Stephen Bunting taking on Johnny Clayton. I'm struggling to call this match, but as much as the bookies, pundits and fans, I picked Stephen Bunting alongside with Gian Van Veen and Josh Rock as one of the pre-tournament title tips, but he'll be the first to admit that his two performances so far haven't exactly been to the standard he was hoping for. Obviously, the most important thing is winning, and he just that with battling and highly entertaining victories over Ryan Joyce and Gary Anderson, while he's also fired him 18 maximums as a rate of 0.45 per leg this week. During the post-match press conference on Tuesday night, neither Bunting nor Johnny Clayton looked like players who had just had the thrill of booking their places in the World Matchplay quarterfinals. In fact, the Ferret was so dejected with his display that anyone could have thought he got knocked out. Ones again are my favourite number. If they couldn't put that 19 next door to the 20, I'll be world champion. He quitted with no hint, and that he was making quite a funny joke. He actually hit 9 180s in that win against Mike Dedeker, so he was finding the treble 20s a bit more. He gave himself credit for while he was banging them in at the rate over 0.47 this week, aside from the second round matches, but they both enjoyed superb seasons and both have genuine claims of lifting this trophy at the end of the week. I think we are going to see plenty of legs, much higher averages, and at least 20 180s in a classic to end the night. They played each other 18 times. It's currently 11-7 to Johnny Clayton. But a lot of people can't split them. Chris Mason said, I can't split them. Bookies can't split them. I'm going for Bunting just, but it was a real coin toss of the game. I'm going 16-14 to Stephen Bunting.
Chris is going to tell you what he said.
So he said none of this matters. Golf doesn't matter. What's doing here? And he went and won the whole thing.
I have no idea what's happening in darts there. and I don't really care.
Right, that's my predictions then for the World Match Play of Darts, Day 6 of the quarterfinals predictions. Leave on your comments below, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
It sounds like really disrespectful. I don't really care what's happening in darts. I don't really care what's. I mean, you get like golf. They've got this whole new organisation they've moved across to, and there's a lot of people, and I don't even know what's going on from honest with you. And there's a lot of people going, oh, they shouldn't do this, oh, they shouldn't do that. Why do you play golf at a competitive level? To supply for your family. So all I do is I take me after them, and I think they're all earning a bundle of money. Yeah, I'm not really interested in what another golf player says because you're laughing and joking. I can't compare with entrance in an airport, but you know I'm a dart player. Would you do that? Would you travel 12 hours to go to report on a tournament? Would you do that? Would you do that? Don't get me wrong, I'd love to get forward in that direction.
Wow, kind words, James. Bye, peace out.